everyone, welcome to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast. I am Almighty Servant Charon, here to let you know you are power, you are light, you are loved.
Okay, you guys, I just want to say yay! It's the 10th episode, okay? Thank you so much to everyone who has heard my podcast before or who will hear it in the future. You guys, I love you so much. I'm Almighty Servant Charon, as you already know, on a mission to raise the vibration of true love on earth, and that starts with what? Healing us, healing our individual hearts, and working and joining together in truth, okay? In truth, in true love, in true peace, okay? In true self-love, okay? And those types of things. So that's what this podcast is about. I'm so excited to be on the 10th episode. I took a little 2 to 3 week break. I can't remember, but we're back. Okay, you guys. So the first 9 episodes that I did were beautiful. If you haven't heard them, go back and tap into them, okay? But the last 5 episodes turned out to be about specific celebrities, which is called on to me to speak about these certain celebrities, okay? And I was like, this is not a celebrity focused show, okay? As far as I am concerned, and also Earth and everything else, you guys are the stars. You guys are the celebrities. So I'm here focusing on you and your hearts and your mindsets and your inner peace and your everything, so you can shine your brightest light as the star that you are to contribute whatever light or flow or energy or flicker, whatever it is you're supposed to do or be here on earth, so that can shine through, okay? This world throws so much muck on us, and it's really to make us stronger and better, and most people don't understand that when they're going through it. I mean, and it kind of pisses you off sometimes, and it makes you angry, and it's hard, and it's like, shoot. Some people literally want to leave earth when they're going through certain things, but everything is to make you stronger and more powerful. So just really quickly, I want to say, if you are going through anything hard and challenging right now, if you feel like no one loves you, if you feel like you've effed up in the worst way, if you feel like your life is over, if you feel like you've made the most biggest mistake that'll just change your whole life, I want you to stop, breathe, and know your life is yours. You can create your life to be whatever it is. Screw the news, screw the this, screw your parents' opinions, screw your friends' opinions, sometimes screw your opinions, okay? Our own thoughts also stop us from achieving things. Our own thoughts are also sometimes our worst enemy, worse than our worst enemy, okay? So just know, everyone, you're doing amazing, okay? This life here, this life is a whole huge gauntlet test of this and that and that and that and that, depending on what it is you signed up to want to experience here on earth, okay? Of course, we don't remember that when we get here, but just know you are doing amazing, and you come up out and over whatever you might be going through right now, if anything, and you shine, okay? You can do it. We have all experienced a form of HEL double hockey sticks. You know what I'm trying to say, and back. Okay, so when I was doing these episodes and it started focusing on all these specific celebrities, the last 5, I'm telling people to pray for Diddy. I was telling people to pray for R. Kelly. I was telling people about Aaliyah and what happened, the message I received from her. I was telling people about Britney Spears, to be there for her and stop judging, and to love and to pray for Britney Spears. I even spoke about Justin Bieber. Love, pray for Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? All these things. And on the episode about R. Kelly, someone put a comment on TikTok. It was just a little snippet, so of course they didn't hear that whole episode. So they heard about 90 seconds max of me saying something about R. Kelly with the theme Pray for R. Kelly. And I got a comment. And the comment was something about, I'm not going to quote it right. I mean, you can go read it. Maybe I'll put it in later, maybe not. But it was something about not agreeing with it, of course, and that R. Kelly never apologized or asked for forgiveness about what he did, so we shouldn't deal with him or something like that. And basically that I'm crazy. It literally ended with, "You're crazy, sis." So we're going to be talking about emotions and false ego, you guys, okay? And I'm going to put this episode on to me, okay? Now, usually when somebody calls you crazy or something like this, the first thing you want to do what is get your ego back and be like, I'm not crazy, you're crazy, woo, 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 or try to defend yourself, or no, I'm not, or this and that and that and that and that. When my friends see that, they'll probably be pissed off. Don't call her crazy. She's the sweetest, this, that. She's love, blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? Now, it's clear that the person didn't listen to the whole episode about R. Kelly, because you can't call a person crazy after you listen to the whole episode about Pray for R. Kelly. At the same time, a little side note, crazy means what? I'm not going to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it means different than the norm, different than the masses. And I certainly think on a higher level, I'm certainly clinging to God, source, our creator, so high on a higher level that I don't think about most. So yeah, maybe I am crazy, but I appreciated him saying literally, you're crazy, sis. First of all, the sis put family or unity, a true discussion to it, and then he expressed what he expressed so I can comment back and open up a conversation for him. Now, I went away for a couple of weeks, so I haven't even responded, but I am going to respond because I appreciate his response, okay? And we think differently, so this is what I will be saying to him in some form of way. I have to make it short because TikTok comments are short. Basically, he might not have come to us and said, I'm sorry, forgive me, I this and that and that. He might not have even come out and said, I did it, okay? But R. Kelly's responsibility isn't to tell us, to ask us for forgiveness, okay? That's between R. Kelly and God, source, our creator. And I know for a fact that this guy that commented on my post talking about that R. Kelly didn't apologize, didn't ask for forgiveness, does not know the conversations that R. Kelly has with God, okay? Especially in his isolation in jail. But anyone, no one knows the conversations that people are having with God. So you cannot say that R. Kelly didn't ask for forgiveness. You can't give R. Kelly forgiveness. I cannot give R. Kelly forgiveness. God gives R. Kelly forgiveness, because the only judge that matters is God, source, our creator. Okay. So when it comes to that point where it's time to level out that part of, okay, are you going to sin? Are you going to go here? Are you going to go there? Are you going to go home? What's your life going to be like? That's between the person and God. That's between R. Kelly and God. R. Kelly never has to come out and publicly tell us that he's sorry or he apologizes or asks for forgiveness. We can't give him for forgiveness. I mean, you can't give him for forgiveness. I'm all mumbling. We can't give him forgiveness. I mean, we can be kind to him. We can appreciate and all those types of things, but forgiveness on the level of the things that he's accused of, oh, I assure you, God is the only one that he needs to be getting forgiveness from, okay? The only one, because God is the only one who knows if his repentance, or if his even asking for forgiveness is true. God is the only one that sees the soul. So even if he did say to us, oh, I'm sorry, do you know how many people lie? Have you seen how many people lie? Have you seen how politicians lie? Have you seen how food companies lie? Have you seen how they lie to us and they smile on their faces with lying and telling them they love us as they feed poison, as they take people off earth, as they this and as they that? Do you see how they apologize maybe in a way, but they don't mean it? So even if R. Kelly did stand up and say an apology or pretend to be love, like did he? Like, it doesn't even matter what he says out of his mouth with us. It's between R. Kelly and God. And see, when you're accused of the types of things that R. Kelly was accused of, and this isn't about celebrities, this is like anyone, like even with your families and your friends, that's between them and God. You can't judge and decide what a person is when it comes to praying. When it comes to praying, everyone is deserving of a prayer. There's not one person who is not deserving of a prayer, especially the people that are doing evil. Those are the ones that need the most prayer, the biggest prayers. When it comes to prayer, there's no reason where you're like to call somebody crazy, to pray for somebody else to help them heal. If these people that are doing these evil things are not healed, are not fixed, are not tapped in, are not brought back in, are not given an opportunity to be like, you are not hidden, we see you, blah, 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 blah. We still love you. Whatever happened to you may be too much, but you can go to God and pray, 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 pray. Angels, people with the right words can come to these people and help them through in whatever way they need. There is no reason that anyone should be offended by someone saying to pray for someone that has done something evil. Because see, we could not pray. We could just sit and talk about them, and then they get out of jail, right, from doing whatever they did. And then they continue doing it because it wasn't healed. We have to love each other. And people shallowly say love. They shallowly say love. But love is that stuff that's in the dirt. Love is that stuff where you get together and you fight and you hold strong. Love is that stuff where you're giving your all might so somebody doesn't go off that cliff. Love is not looking in the mirror at your so-called cute face. Love is not looking at your girl with her so-called cute butt. Love is not the car that you drive. Love is not looking like you've achieved something in life. Love is how we work together, like the freaking trees, the roots in the ground, the stars, the air, the moon, the oxygen, the everything. Love is like togetherness, not putting this, let me make R. Kelly a tree that gets off on the side. That tree is so important. It's a part of us. So sometimes people need someone to talk to. People need to heal from traumatic events. And sometimes they're too hard to deal with a human, with a person who judges and has their opinions and all this stuff based on their experiences in life. But God is there, period, through anything and everyone, no matter the religion. God, source, our creator, is there for every single thing, being, the trees, the plants, but everything. Everything. And prayer is one of our most valuable weapons, defenses. I'm gonna say it again, defenses on earth. Prayer, if you have a good heart and you are connected and you mean it and you're true, is so powerful, and we can literally change the world, you guys. Okay, so the point of this was, the guy called me crazy, and I appreciated it. And I'm going to go back and put some sort of comment. But yeah, I think on a higher level of consciousness, I'm not saying I think I'm on a higher level of consciousness, but all of you. I also think I do low stuff too. But like in general, if you haven't been able to hear it so far, like this world needs love. And we have to see past people's flaws. We have to be truthful. We have to be truthful. We have to be truthful. We have to be unafraid to say things that need to be said. You know, we have to care. You know, we have to listen. We have to hear. We have to not be afraid to stand alone, not be afraid to have our own opinion. We have to be all these things. So, I truly appreciate that guy for calling me crazy. But, that was, what am I trying to say? That was something that I know there's even more things for me to say, and I'm sure people will come out and say things that they don't agree with that I say in the future as well. And it was just cool to have that first one where someone didn't agree, and me just knowing in my heart that I feel so comfortable with it. It's all in love. Everything I'm doing here is in love. So it's okay to disagree. It's okay to comment. Let's have conversations about it. And when you disagree with others, have conversations about it. Not debates to have a jagging off, head knocked off, TKO, shot, kill with what you said. Like to really understand each other. Let's start communicating like that. All right. Anyway, this is my 10th episode, and I might have blabbered on this one. But yes, It's time we all kind of be a little bit more crazy. It's time we all start thinking outside of the box. It's time we all start thinking for ourselves and making our own opinions and observations. It's time that we all connect directly to God and learn from the source and not a man who can change things. It's time that we all do all of these things to step outside of the brainwashed, Stockholm syndrome that the whole world is going through and doesn't even realize. It's time that we all stop and think for ourselves for a moment. It's time. But regardless of that, I just want to say that I love you today. I just want to say I love you today, and I just want to say communicate with each other, and let's communicate in a way where it is hearing, understanding, learning, expanding our mind, whatever it is. Let's just open our hearts more for prayer for other people who are doing wrong. Let's open our hearts more and pray for earth. Let's open our hearts more and pray for horrible things that are going on in the world, as opposed to boyfriends and cars and this and that and material things. Let's love ourselves. Let's love ourselves. You're beautiful. You're perfect, just the way you are. Okay, so episode 10 seems to be a little blabby, but I want you to never forget these powerful words, you guys. You are power. You are light. You are loved. Now, I want you guys to go and tap into my book. It All Comes Up to Love, How to Truly Forgive by a God Source, Our Creator. I want you all to go and tap into that book. And I've made the ebook available at a very low price of $2.99, okay? And then the book is available on Amazon and other places. But I want you guys to get this book. And if you cannot afford this book, DM me on Instagram at The Voice of Charon, one word, The Voice of Charon. Charon is how I spell my name. If you don't know it, DM me there. If you do not have money and you need healing, even though $2.99 is not a lot, if you're buying a Starbucks coffee that will help give you diabetes and a whole bunch of other crap. I'm not talking about you. I drink Starbucks every day. I'm guilty. You can afford to get a book that'll help heal and change your life and open your mind to things that you may not have been thinking about. Okay, you guys? So let's just all try to love each other. Know that you are loved. Episode 11, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to list some titles so we'll have a whole focus. This time I just wanted to talk to you because I'm excited for this podcast, and I just realized, oh my God, I'm on episode 10 and I'm just liking how everything's coming out. But remember, do not worship celebrities. Do not even idolize celebrities, okay? A lot of that is a show on the front, and believe me, who is the star? You are the star, okay? You are the light, okay? If you choose to be. All right, you guys, I'll have something spectacular and simply focused for next week. But for now, I want you to know I love you. All right, you guys, Almighty Servant Charon, out. Thanks for spending a little time with me. I am the voice of Charon, an almighty servant of God, okay? I love you, love yourself, love everyone. You are power, you are light, you are loved. Make sure you subscribe to the Voice of Charon Healing Podcast, where I speak about any and everything as soon as it comes to my heart. You are power, you are light, you are loved.
This episode is sponsored by Fearless Glory Publishing. Take the first step towards a life of true forgiveness and love with our best-selling book, It All Comes Up to Love, How to Truly Forgive via God's Source, Our Creator. Order your copy today at ebook.almightyservant.com.